Yeah, we could start. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night in different parts of the world. Uh, we are going to talk today about the importance of friends in society. Uh, what's this interrelationship and how it develops and how it comes to being and what are the modern challenges we are going to see that also. Uh, because we face more challenges than ever now in maintaining friendships. So the first participant will be Miriam, who is going to talk about the role of friends in personal development. And then Angel will be talking about society and its influence. And I will try to connect both of them and put forward some of the challenges we face in the 20th century, the 21st century, maybe, because we are going so fast in technology. Things are getting a bit confusing sometimes. AI interferes, many things going on, but you have got to take the advantage of the technology because you got to move with it. So we will talk about that, and I will be concluding with that. So with that short introduction, I will hand over it to Miriam, and Miriam will take from here. Yeah, Miriam, go ahead.
Hi, so nice to be here, and thank you, Sam, for your introduction. Why we need friends in our life and in our own growth? I think we will be like these five people surround with most of the time, and why we be like them. And what's the reason how we that connected? Why we be like them surrounded with? And that's because we're looking for them. We talk the same kind of language. I have someone support us. There you are. So that's why it's so important to really see which kind of people do you have around you. Is that people can help you
Mhm.
to grow? And the people support you for the person you want to become and for where you are in your life. And will these people be there even when you have success and when you have everything around you? And how can you learn from each other? Because you can't do this journey by yourself. You need to have someone close to you, someone can help you, to push you, to be in line with you, the same kind of mindset you have. To do this kind of journey just by yourself is quite complicated because we are all people who need to have some kind of communication with each other. That's why it's so important to be really careful which people do allow you into your life. Like I said before, we will be like them, we're surrounded with, and also take care of yourself and have boundaries because don't let everyone be close to you because you need to have some free space as well. But because you will be like them surrounded with, it's so important to have the right people in your life. And I also believe when you have a clear vision in your life, a clear goal in your life, you also attract the right people into your life. That's why we don't have that before, but when we need them in our life, they will be there for us. That's why it's so important to have a clear vision, a clear goal, what we're doing in your life and what we want to achieve in your life, because that means that you also attract the right people. And when we have the right people in our life, they can also show a way how to do things, how can we learn from each other, how can we help each other with all different individual strengths to become even wiser, even better version for yourself. So it's really important to take time for yourself, who you are, what you want in life, have boundary around you, and
Mhm.
protect yourself, and also be open up for the right connection, the right people in your life, because we need them in our life to be able to create the person we want to become. We are a social human. We need to have this kind of social life as well. That's why it's so important to have them. And I couldn't be the who I am today without you guys or them around me because we need each other in a way to be able to create and to become the best person for yourself.
Okay, Angel, that was good, Miriam. That was good. It was
Yeah.
really good of you to talk about it. That's great. So Angel will talk now
Yeah.
about the society and friends. So
Hello.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
Miriam, very good speech. Actually, a great speech, and thank you, Sam, for the introduction. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the discussion about society and its influence. Well, first of all, no doubt about it that society actually shapes who we are, not just what we do. The society influences our values, our habits, and the way we think, and even how we see ourselves. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly reflecting the world around us. We can't create something truly great all by ourselves. We have to understand this. No matter how talented, disciplined, or creative we are, success grows faster when it's shared. In both business and everyday life, we rise higher when we associate with other people who inspire us, who challenge us, and who support us. Every strong company, every meaningful achievement, every lasting legacy is built by people working together towards a common goal. It's like to explain it better, it's like the power of a battery cell. One single cell might produce only a spark. It may be small, limited, and short-lived. But when we connect several cells together, something incredible happens. This energy multiplies. That is exactly how the human collaboration works as well. When ideas, skills, and passion combine, they create innovation, they create strength and momentum, far beyond what any of us could achieve alone. In business, this is the foundation of teamwork, the foundation of leadership and partnership. In life, it's the essence of community, it's the essence of friends, family, and colleagues, all giving and receiving energy from one another. We send energy to the people around us. So if you want to build something worth remembering, don't try to do it alone. You need to surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Because just like connected batteries power great machines, connecting people together, they power great achievements. From the moment we wake up, the society is present. In the roles we follow, the norms we respect, and the behaviors we consider acceptable. The society provides structure and belonging. The society also gives us a sense of identity, a feeling that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. And we all want to be important in our lives. We all want to achieve something great. However, society doesn't just shape us passively. We also shape the society around us. We shape the society through our actions, through our opinions and creativity. We actually constantly redefine what is considered normal. This interaction between the individual and the collective is what keeps the humanity evolving. So what are the society's influences in business, for example? In the world of business, the society plays a huge role as well. Consumer behavior, the ethics, and even marketing trends are being driven nowadays by social expectations. For example, the businesses no longer sell small products. They sell values, they sell connection, and they sell meaning. For example, people today prefer brands that care more about sustainability, by equality, and community impact. That's because the society's collective mindset has evolved. The people and what companies represent is their social identity. The networking, the teamwork, and the communication are the backbone of every successful business. And they also depend on our ability to connect socially. So even in business, social intelligence is just as important as the technical skills nowadays. Humans are social beings by nature. We thrive on connection. It gives us purpose, confidence, and emotional balance. The studies have shown that people who maintain a healthy social relationship, they actually live longer, they can manage stress more effectively, and have greater resilience in whatever they are doing. On the other hand, the social isolation can lead us to anxiety, can lead us to loneliness, and even we can get into a depression. When we disconnect from others, we lose one of the most powerful sources of emotional support and motivation. Being social doesn't just mean being around people. Being social means connecting meaningfully, sharing experiences, and feeling understood. So, what are the social influences on our relationships? Society shapes how we interact with friends and family and colleagues as well. Our values, our tradition, and cultural expectations guide the way we express love, the way we express the respect and the care. For instance, in some cultures, the emotional expression is actually encouraged, while in other cultures, it is restrained. This norm deeply affects how we form and maintain relationships. In modern life, where everyone is busy, society often defines what quality time actually means. And sadly, sometimes it reduces it. That's why being aware of these social pressures helps us protect our real connections and not let them fade behind screens or different routines. So what is the role of society in online and digital social media? In today's digital age, society has expanded into a virtual world. The social media platforms have become new spaces of interaction, identity, and belonging. They also allow us to stay connected. They allow us to share ideas and express ourselves more freely. But there is a flip side here. The online society also brings a certain type of pressure. Actually, a big pressure, I can say. The need to look perfect, the need to compare and to seek validation from others. The digital social life can connect us deeply, but it can also isolate us emotionally if we replace real connection with virtual approval. So the challenge is not to reject the digital world, because that's actually impossible nowadays, but is to use it wisely, to connect, but not to compete. So the advantages and disadvantages of a social life, I will take it one thing at a time. A rich social life brings countless advantages. First of all, it boosts the mental health and happiness. It builds empathy, communication, and collaboration skills. Also, it opens opportunities for personal and professional growth. But on the other hand, it brings also challenges. Peer pressure and the fear of judgment from other people, the loss of privacy in a digital connected world, the risk of neglecting the personal boundaries. Again, I want to emphasize here the key is balance, being socially connected without losing your identity. Society, you have to understand that society is more than a group of people. It's a living system that shapes our thoughts, our choices, and our potential. It can lift us up, challenge us, and sometimes even pressure us. But ultimately, it teaches us how to be human together. To live meaningful in today's world, we must not only be a part of society, we must actually contribute to it. Because when we use our influence to make society kinder, more connected, and more authentic, we don't just improve the world around us. We become the kind of people that make the world possible. And that is being good, bad, or indifferent. And I would like to present something, probably a lot of people would like to present something, how to actually find the difference between a real social media person account, an AI response or social media account, and a fake or a bot account. Because nowadays we have tons of different types of accounts, and most of them are actually fictional. They're not even real people behind those accounts. So you may ask yourself why it matters. In daily life, this awareness protects us from scams, protects us from misinformation and emotional manipulation online. And also in business, it is essential to build trust, authenticity, and credibility, because the companies and professionals who communicate like humans, they show empathy, honesty, and imperfection. And through this, they actually earn real relationships. So I would like to emphasize that this is actually the most important digital literacy skill today, to make a difference between a real person's social media account, an AI-generated response or AI-powered account, and a fake or a bot account. So let's start with the real person account. How to recognize it? We can recognize that account by finding something authentic, something, an activity which is authentic, because the posts have timeline. You can find also older people, older photos in this account. You find friends that are being tagged, changing of styles, comments that actually sound natural. The human imperfection, you can find it all over that account. Occasional grammar mistakes or typos or emojis or human, and also personal opinions. The engagement on this account feels real. Friends comment personally. They use inside jokes or react naturally. You can find also the variety. Posts aren't at all perfect. You'll see emotions, happiness, frustration, excitement, boredom. And thinking about responsiveness, in terms of responsiveness, a real person might take hours or days to reply, and responses may vary by the mood or time. The real people sound natural, they sound imperfect, and they are emotional and alive. So that's how you find out if that is a real account. On the other hand, the AI response or AI generated account, you'll find it to always be flawless in grammar and structure. Sentences are smooth, they are balanced and error-free. The tone is neutral. Rarely, very rarely, you can find an emotional, sarcastic, or overly personal response. They are always polite and on topic when you address them a question. The AI won't go off track or express strong opinions about any particular thing. You'll find that they have no personal life. If you ask about feelings, experiences, or memories, the responses stay always general and factual. And you can find that they are constantly available. Replies comes instantly and in any time of the day without the fatigue or delay. And they always will have an answer for you. So the AI informs, explains, and assists. How to find a fake or a bot account, for example, and how to recognize it. First of all, the bot account, they have a generic profile. They have few or no real photos, unrealistic beauty or stolen images. You can also reverse search them and find that they are fake. On these bot accounts, you find suspicious activities many followers, but no real interactions, or comments like nice picture, repeated dozens of times, which doesn't have absolutely no consistency whatsoever. You'll also find in these accounts a pushy behavior. It tries to sell you something. It tries to sell you a scam or to make a scam or to lead you to external links that actually can lead to enter and take some viruses which can affect your computer or your devices. These accounts are emotionally manipulative. They are overly friendly too fast. They start from the beginning talking with you like, hello, dear friend, you are amazing, and things, flattering things like this. Or they can be dramatic to gain actually sympathy through dramatism. The content, it's always repetitive. Shares the same messages, hashtags, or promotions across different accounts. In short, the fake accounts try to get something from you, try to get your attention or your data or your money even. So the key takeaways through all this, the AI educates, the real people connect, and the fake accounts manipulate. If something feels too perfect, too fast, or too pushy, you need to pause first, check, and think before you trust somebody online. Thank you. I'll leave it now to Sam, concluding this presentation.
That's great. It looks like you gave a lot of nuggets. That's good. Uh, that's quite needed in this age. Uh, you both have done very well. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miriam, for appreciating our friendship. I really appreciate that. You proved what is to be talked today. Good job. Thank you. That's great. Yeah. It means a lot. It means a lot. Okay. Somebody appreciates, it means a lot. It's not that easy. So I'm going to talk a little bit. I thought that I won't be having anything to talk because I know that you both are doing great and you come up with good points, but it looks like I can't talk something. So let me share my screen because I believe in images. Because, let's go to the next one. Just a minute, hang on, because, going to, yeah, that's okay. Okay, just I'm going to, because, I believe that images speak more than words for us. So I'd like to just start with this good thing. No man is an island. Entire of itself, every man is a piece of continent, a part of the main. Any man's death, it diminishes me because I am involved in mankind. This is a great verse by John Donne. Actually, they call it a Donne. That is the John Donne's meditation. It is published in 1624. And that goes how far away, how far ago people were still thinking about humans, society, friendship, how we are all interconnected. It's interesting to find, and that book is really a good book if anybody's interested, because I did a modern paraphrasing on that no man is an island. Every person is shaped, supported, and influenced by relationship they form. And this has been stressed by both of my colleagues. Uh, and let's go to the next slide here. So just a minute because it's jumping. And Aristotle wrote, man is by nature a social animal. And people might be wondering, what's this politics? Actually, it evolved from this. He wrote in the book Politics. He believed humans achieve their full potential only within a community or polis. So that's where the stem politics comes from. That is community. The study of the community slowly became the study of the government, slowly became the study of administration. We don't want to go there, but the humans are inherently social. Right from the beginning, when we are born, go to school. So slowly we extended from family, extend to peers, communities, society at large. So friendship as a voluntary and reciprocal bond, that's what I call, because all the friends are voluntary. Hardly you find any involuntary friends, but it represents one of the most meaningful social connections that bridge individual identity and social belonging. We identify ourselves with the society most of the time, knowingly or unknowingly. It's quite possible. Modern psychology, according to Lieberman, there's a great book, Why Our Brains Are Wired to Connect. He wrote a lovely book on this, and this is one of my favorite books. And it says our need to connect with each other is even more fundamental, more basic, and our need than our need for food or shelter. He emphasizes that, how important it is. And the anthropology and evolutionary biologist, I like Robin Dunbar. He has done a lot of work. And this is not a book. It has been published in one of the journals. It's called the Social Brain Hypothesis. Actually, we read more about that in psychology. We are not running a psychology show right now, but he says that he proposes the size and complexity of the human brain largely evolved to manage the social relationships. And if you read that book, if you read that articles, it goes in detail how an ancient man and maybe, say an ancient humans, they had the first had families, and then they formed small villages, and then they formed communities, and that evolved into villages, districts, cities. That shows how much we are interconnected with society, how we contribute to society, and what contributes and what society contributes to us. Yes, you can have a thought on that. Maybe you can sleep on that night and you will get more guess about it. What I'm talking is only a handful, the ocean full out there. And sociological perspective, according to Durkheim, he wrote the division of labor in societies. He said man is a social being only because he lives in society. Unless he lives in society, man cannot be. He cannot live alone. It will be very difficult. And that's a book by itself. Yeah. So I think, because my topic is interconnectedness, friends in society interconnectedness, I go to the model, the psychological model. When we have this in the sociology and psychology, it's called the micro and macro social systems. And then the social capital and the collective benefit, the psychological well-being and health, and ethical responsibility and the reciprocity. That is, but that's what I thought is more important for us. And I'm not going to get detailed into that, but I'm going to go through what is macro, what is micro in the next slide. And the challenges we face. There's already been talked by both of my colleagues, like the digital era impact, social isolation, balancing, culture and global, and the solutions and adaptations. So what I thought will be a kind of an outline, because I'm not going to talk about everything. It is beyond the scope of this talk, but you're really interested, you could go through that. It's already on the screen. And if you feel, you can go ahead and look into other systems, because this is a famous theory, a very popular. It's being followed everywhere, all over the world, in psychology and sociology, because it's called the Bromford-Browner's ecological system. It explains the human development in shape, and actually the drawing is taken from their own site. It is from the Braunhofsner site, ecological systems theory. And here he divided uh, individual. After that, you get the microsystem. After that, you get the mesosystem. After that, you go the exosystem, and then go to the macrosystem. Because we are now dealing in this talk with friends and society. So we are going to deal with the microsystem, that is your work, friends, neighbors, family, school. And then if you take the macro system, then you could see the wide variety there. You got the social norms, you got economic system, you got culture, you got a political system. So there are 5 systems. And this is the normal, the division of ecological systems and any other psychological or even uh, the sociological books. And friends, it is not my definition. It has been copied from his book. It says that individuals with whom we share trust, companionship, and mutual support. That's what he says. And the society, a structured community where people interact, share norms, and collectively create culture. So it'll be an interesting question. You think of a friend who influences your values or decision making. How did that friendship connect you to the wider social network or community? Because already the Miriam, she mentioned about it. That's the reason I'm really happy about it, because somebody really recognized that how the friendship connects you to the society, how it connects you to the community, to the social network. Uh, and in fact, to the fact you both have done a lot to me. You have influenced my values and also decision making. I say that proudly, because there is no doubt about it. I learned a lot from you about the values and the decision making. It was really good. And this is just interconnectedness, because I don't want to go through it fully, but only thing I would say is that friendship as a social glue and the ripple effect. The ripple effect is very important concept, and then collective identity and belonging. We and society, we as friends in society, and we as individuals in society, we do have a collective identity and belonging. And one of the popular things is that you hear almost every day when you ask somebody, "I'm an American," I'm UK guy, I belong to, I'm English, I'm American, I'm Indian. Put your identity with your collectives. That is, the country is a collective society. It has got states on that, it has got districts on that, and we humans will live in one of the homes over there. And maybe everybody in the street, and the people will slowly know about other people around you. One city to another city connection. Interconnectedness is important there. And the challenges we face is all being emphasized by Angel, the digital friendship, paradox of connectivity, urbanization, and individualism. Say there's another problem we face. And the mental health and social disconnection, you already talked about it. That was really good. And the cultural and the generational shift. That's another thing we need to pay attention, because as new generations evolve, right away from childhood, their friendship, the way of connectedness, society entirely changes. It's not like me, because I was born in a condition where you need to go to school, and then you got to be friendly with the kids around you. So that was the issue. But now they can become friends in no time. They can have virtual friends, they can have real friends, they can have chat friends, messaging friends. So the contemporary theories are there, but we did not worry about that. That's a kind of a long way. I just prepared this slide. That's all, nothing more on that. And with that, I'm going to just stop here. Uh, I don't think anything else is the needed for this talk, because we'll be going beyond the scope of the talk because, I do have a few things like what is a micro community and what is a macro community. We think that micro community is your friends. They are your micro community. And they give you daily support and they advise you, and then you get the companionship. They are the first society according to the sociology and the psychology. They are the first society for us. And next comes the society as the macro community, because it has got multiple layers. It's not one layer. Society has got a lot of layers like family, school, the workplace, the local community, nation. And just remember, if you're not contributing to the society, uh, what will happen to the society? It'll collapse someday. We contribute to society by interconnectedness. That's how the society intertwines our relationships. And every society is layered in such a way. And the society, as it has been mentioned, it sets up the norms, what you're going to do, your behavior, has also been mentioned before. They also do some sort of a cultural expectation from you, society, because you are interconnected again, the cultural norms. And then the interconnectedness, you got to say the micro and macro, how they are connected and how from childhood we get these things on. That one I have. I mentioned it because I don't want to keep you in the gray area. So with that, I'm going to stop. But we have missed one of the biggest chunks here. That's called the language and friendship, language and society. Now it plays more and more importance because you have friends abroad, maybe as we are, maybe, after maybe uh, some thousands of miles away in different nation, in different country, maybe different cultural beliefs, maybe the different cultural norms, different societies again. And language plays a big part because we are okay here because all of that we speak English. Suppose you have somebody in Japan, somebody in New Zealand, Maoris, or somebody in Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, China, any other part of the world where English is not a predominant language, or maybe one of the optional languages to learn. There are countries like that. That becomes a challenge. That becomes a real challenge because what they write in Chinese will be translated by AI, as Angel has mentioned, into English sentences. And these sentences will make no connection sometimes because it will be very difficult. So that is one challenge we are facing more and more now because of the digital media, the social media, uh, and the language has shaped society for a long time. People who speak the same language were in the same society. They call themselves with that language also sometimes. And you will find this in the East, the Far East, and the Southeast. So friendship and society both are important, and they are interconnected with multiple ways. There are lots of ways they are connected. And uh, we don't want to get into much deeper details because it is beyond the scope of the discussion. At this point, what we need to know is that you got to know how to implement that in your daily life, how to have a meaningful connectedness. That was already explained by Angel, and also I talked about the number of followers. But you got to know that it is not uh, uh, the quantity of friendship; it is the quality of friendship that is needed. Because quality plays a big part than quantity. If you have one true friend, that is equal to having 10 friends who don't even uh, advise you, don't even tell you anything, don't even share their thoughts with us, and they are just followers. So look for the quality of friendship than the quantity of friendship. And then you connect, but don't compete. This is also mentioned by Angel. That's a good point. You don't compete. You connect. You connect with them and don't compete. Because if you start competing, you get into that loop that's called the negative loop. You start competing, you want to compete more, compete more, compete more. It is good in one way. On the contrary, you will just be doing only that. You'll just be doing only that because this is one of the problems we are facing also now. And these problems have been published in latest journals, in the Journal of American Psychology. You can find that. And then you can also find on site APA, the American Psychological Association. And also it is in NA, the CBT, the National Association of Cognitive Behavioral Therapists. So these are getting more and more worse. But the bottom line is we all need friends. We are social animals. We are humans. It is very easy to be humans, but it is very difficult to be humane. So that I stop my talk here. So if you're really interested, anybody who are listening to this talk, you can reach us on our Facebook. It's on the one of the slides. You're most welcome to put your comments in that. And anything else you'd like to know more in detail, you could contact us. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sam, Miriam. Great presentation,
Good job.
both of you. And yes, please let us know if you want to discuss a certain topic for the future presentations.
Thank you.
Thank
It was super
Thank you.
presentation,
Thank
both of you. So thank you.